Good morning, all. Today we will discuss the topic of gynecology, HRT, hormone replacement therapy. So, uh, as per the topic, hormone replacement therapy. So, you all know about something about hormone replacement. It is usually indicated in menopausal females. So, what is the intention of HRT? Whatever the shortcomings after menopause, to overcome the short term and long term consequences of whatever the estrogen deficiency occurs during menopause, after menopause, to cover that HRT is used. So indications of HRT. Indications, first one, symptomatic women who suffer from estrogen deficiency. This is therapeutic use. High risk cases for menopausal complications such as cardiovascular disease, osteoporosis, stroke, Alzheimer's disease, and colonic cancer. Prophylactically, HRT can be used. Premature menopause, spontaneous and following surgery, hysterectomy, pivectomy. In such cases, HRT is indicated. Again, the cases of gonadal dysgenesis in adolescent age, therapeutic purpose, HRT is used. A woman who selfly demand personally demand HRT as a prophylaxis can be given depending on her health condition. So, what are the benefits of HRT? Hormone replacement therapy. The first one is improvement in vasomotor symptoms, 70 to 80%. As we know, all the symptoms of menopause. So, improvement in vasomotor symptoms is the first benefit female can get. Improvement in urogenital atrophy, increase in bone mineral density. Again, decreased risk of vertebral and hip fracture, reduction in colorectal cancer, possibility of cardio protection. Specifically, she will not get any cardiac related complication, hypertension, she might not develop because of implementation of HRT. Again, contraindications of HRT. Any previous thromboembolic disease, if at all present in a female, HRT should not be given. Impaired liver function test, any liver disease, HRT should not be given. The cases of CA breast, C endometrium, fibroid uterus, endometriosis, HRT should not be given. Hypertension, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, these are not the contraindications. HRT can be given in such females. The contraindications are some are absolute, some are relative. So absolute contraindications are present or suspected pregnancy, suspicion of breast cancer, suspicion of endometrial cancer, active liver disease, uncontrolled hypertension, confirmed venous thromboembolic disorder, if at all present, HRT should not be given. Relative contraindications, presence of fibroid, past history of benign breast disease, unconfirmed thromboembolic disorder, chronic liver disease, and migraine. So, HRT, what are the risk factors because of HRT, hormone replacement therapy? What are the risks because of due to the female may suffer? So endometrial cancer, when the estrogen is given alone in a woman with intact uterus, means she doesn't have any problem and she is given estrogen therapy, then it causes endometrial proliferation, hyperplasia, and carcinoma may result, and therefore progesterone in combination should be advised to prevent endometrial carcinoma. Second one is breast cancer. Combined estrogen progesterone replacement therapy increases the risk of breast cancer slightly. Adverse effect of hormone therapy related to dose and duration of therapy. It depends on the duration and dose of the therapy. Chances of breast cancer depends on the dose and duration of the HRT. The next one is venous thromboembolism. Venous thromboembolism, here it has been found increased risk whenever the combined use of estrogen and progesterone is given. Then transdermal estrogen use, it doesn't have any chance of venous thromboembolism. But whenever the orally it is supplied, then there are chances of thromboembolic disorders. Coronary heart disease, combined HRD shows relative means less hazard of CHD. Hypertension is not the risk for HRT. You can give HRT in hypertensive patients. Lipid metabolism, an increased incidence of gallbladder disease has been observed because of estrogen therapy. Rise in cholesterol level might be there. Again, dementia, Alzheimer's disease might be noted, might be increased because of the HRD. Again, modes of administration of HRT. So, mode of administration, oral estrogen. Oral estrogen regime, in this, estrogen, conjugated estrogen 0.3 milligram is given daily for a woman who had done hysterectomy, specifically undergone induced menopause. Again, subdermal implants, estrogen cyclic with progesterone combination is given. Again, subdermal implants. So implants are inserted subcutaneously over the anterior abdominal wall using local anesthesia. Again, this method is suitable in patients after hysterectomy. This maintains physiological estrogen 2 to estrogen 1 ratio. Percutaneous estrogen gel. 1 gram applicator of gel delivering 1 milligram of estradiol daily is to be applied onto the skin over anterior abdominal wall or thighs or thighs. So gel is applied on the anterior abdominal wall or thighs. Effective blood level of estradiol can be maintained by this method. Transdermal patch. It contains 3.2 milligram of 17 beta estradiol, releasing about 50 microgram of estradiol in 24 hours. So physiological levels of E2 and E1 is maintained, and it should be applied below waist line, and it should be changed twice in a week. So irritation, skin reaction, itching might be present. Vaginal cream, conjugated equine vaginal estrogen creams are effective, specifically in atrophic vaginitis. Progestins, progestins in patients with history of breast cancer or endometrial cancer, progestins may be used. They are effective in suppressing hot flushes, and it may prevent osteoporosis. So medroxyprogesterone acetate 2.5 to 5 milligram per day can be used. Uh, LNG and IUS with a daily release of 10 microgram of levonorgestrel per 24 hours. It protects endometrium from hyperplasia and cancer. Tibolone is the drug, is a steroid used weekly. Estrogenic and progesteronic androgenic property it is having. It prevents osteoporosis, atrophic changes in the vagina, and it prevents hot flushes, increases libido, and so endometrium remains atrophic, but it is having such effects. So 2.5 milligram per day is the dose. Monitoring prior and during HRT, physical examination including pelvic examination should be done. Blood pressure, normal blood pressure as far as been preferred. Breast examination, no breast pathology should be there. Mammography should be done to exclude breast pathology. Cervical cytology to diagnose any cervical malignancy. Pelvic ultrasonography to measure endometrial thickness. Any irregular bleeding should be investigated. So ideal serum level of estradiol should be 100 picogram per ml. The normal duration of HRT is 3 to 5 years. It is advised. It should not be given more than that. Otherwise, the female will land up in complication in sure. So, to maintain optimum nutrition, ideal body weight, and proper regular exercises should be done by the patient whenever the HRT is going on. Low dose HRT is also indicated in so many females to control the menopausal symptom. So, 1 milligram of estradiol and zero point 0.5 milligram of norgestrone acetate orally is very effective. This is a low dose HRT. Hormone therapy should be used in lowest effective doses and for short period as far as possible. It should not be used for long period. unless otherwise the female will end up in any other complication. So thank you very much. If at all you are having any query, please mention in the comment box. I'll try to resolve it. Thank you. Thank you very much.